Hey guys, my name is Duke and I make taxes very easy to understand. Today, after lawsuits and allegations, TurboTax is finally leaving the IRS free file program. So I'm about to explain to you why TurboTax is in so much trouble. But first, fun fact, in other countries, you don't actually file a tax return. The government will give you a tax bill, you review that tax bill, and if you disagree with the government's bill, all you have to do is make corrections before the deadline. Now, it's different in the US because we have companies like Intuit, which make TurboTax lobby the government. Lobby means that they pay people with a lot of power to make the tax laws very difficult and hard to understand, so you can use their software, which they try to make very easily to understand. You see, in 2003, the president came out with this rule that says if you make less than $72,000, you can file your taxes for free, no matter how hard or difficult it is. So Intuit's like, okay, we can help with that. We can help with that. So the Intuit got into a deal with the federal government called the Free File Alliance. And what this states is that TurboTax will create its own free file program if the IRS or the federal government promises not to create their own free file program like what other countries do. But here's where the deception comes into play. You see, TurboTax offers two free filing options. The first one is called the IRS Free File Program delivered by TurboTax. This is the one that is truly 100% free. The other option is called TurboTax Free Edition. This is the one that 90% of you guys are used to and use. Now, the reason why Intuit and TurboTax got into so much trouble is because the one that is truly free, Intuit hides it from Google searches, and they also hide it from their website, and they push you to use the TurboTax Free Edition, which if you guys have used, during that software, they're always trying to upsell you or force you to buy into something, and therefore making taxes truly not free. In fact, here's an internal document obtained by ProPublica that highlights customers' confusion. So let's read this. We're going to read the highlighted ones. It says the website lists free, 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 and the customers are assuming the return will be free. Agents are suggesting an upgrade for customers when they don't need it. And lastly, customers need help on their taxes, and they seem to think if they click on live tax advice, they will get someone live to assist them. So, after all these allegations, TurboTax is pretty much in some trouble. They're like, you know what? We're getting out of this IRS free file program, and what I'm assuming is they're only going to push that paid one, which is the TurboTax Free Edition. So we'll see how it's going to play out. They plan to pull out in October. But in my honest opinion, Intuit itself is not a bad company. I mean, I believe they have one of the best set of employees in the entire world. But what we have to remember is that Intuit is a public company. The main purpose of a public company is to generate massive profits as high as possible to impress their investors. So really there's two ways you can look at this video or what I'm explaining. One, you can either hate Intuit, or two, you might want to invest in Intuit. I mean, look, they're doing all of this crazy stuff just to impress their investors, just to pay their investors more money. In fact, if we look at their stocks over the past 5 years, it continues to grow. My name is Duke and I make taxes very easy to understand. Give me a follow, subscribe to my channel to stay educated.